Alright, guys, what's up? Today is January 26th, 2026. It's actually kind of looking like market's moving right now, this exact second. We should take a look at this. We're getting displacement to the upside. I have not looked at anything. I'm not going to take anything, but I'm just acknowledging, like, oh wow, market's displacing higher. So we'll see what that means. But anyway, today is Monday. We had orange folder news at 8:30. Let's go ahead and switch the screen over to that and fix this so this is the right size. So yeah, we had orange folder news at 8:30. We're about to jump right into things and take a look at what we got going on. I'm gonna remove that and add that back because I don't know why it was showing a notification. There we go. Okay, yeah, so like I was saying, we are going to. Hey, I was kind of right that we were going to continue to displace higher. It's a inversion for value gap there. But yeah, let's kind of just like go top down and review what we could have going on today. So yeah, top down. Kind of just go in my notes. I want the light this bright, but I also don't because it's kind of, I don't know. I'm just gonna have it like that for now. So okay. I don't know. Is there something? Actually, let me go get some water real quick. Hang on. All right. Back to what I was saying. So, yeah, let's just kind of zoom out a little bit here. Go to the maybe like hourly chart or maybe even higher and look at what do we got going on. Also, let's say good morning to everyone. Okay, so yeah, daily high time frame is consolidating still. Something to keep in mind, like we haven't really clearly broken out either way. We still have this new week opening gap here. We have this new week opening gap here. So nothing obvious to me on those time frames. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really obvious in either direction, honestly. Unless you guys see any. Is there anything obvious in the high time frame? For me, it's just like, nah, it's just all mush on the high time frame. So we're going to probably want to look at lower time frame charts to really get an idea of what's most likely. That's what I would say. Because look at this higher time frame. This is not really clear at all. This is just me, but anyway. So now let's go down the lower time frame and let's kind of like get an idea of what could be going on here, right? What draws and liquidity do we have? We have London high, London low. Alright. So there's London. Maybe London high might be like the first item of business. You never know. We're obviously expanding up there. Then we also have PM high over here. We have London and Asia lows. Yeah, London low, Asia low. Okay. I'm gonna turn this up. I'm gonna try to have it turned up. Then we have an implied gap here. So like, if I merge this all together, okay, and you can see the market getting a reaction off of that implied gap. I mean, my version of implied gap. I'm not gonna say that every single time. It's whenever I say implied gap, it's always gonna be my version. Then we got a 1 minute change in state to the upside. We can project this out. I'd probably measure it out like that. So right now we're at 2 projections. With London high, maybe that's where we extend to. Yeah, I kind of feel like London high could be the draw on liquidity here. We backfilled this, what's it called? I guess there was like a new day opening gap here. Yeah, there's this new day opening gap, which we backfilled. It's the most recent one. Where's the RTH gap gonna form? The RTH gap will form. Let's check. So right now, close is at 703. Okay, so we're right at the exact point of where the market opened. Or where the market closed on Friday. So, nothing there really. Okay, let's get rid of some of this stuff here. Let's get rid of this, let's get rid of this, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this, let's get rid of this. Okay. So forward projections brings us up here. Actually, let's not even include that. I'm kind of seeing us draw up to London. Higher time frame, use this NDOG. We had an accumulation here. Sweep of looking like equal lows. What was this? Yeah, so we had equal lows get swept into the new day opening gap. Hey, awesome, bro. Dude, heck yeah. Let's lock in for today. Hopefully we can catch something good. So let me know what you're thinking. Right now I'm still kind of gathering my thoughts and getting everything together, but we got London high above. We got London Asia lows below. We got PM high above. Those are the main draws and liquidities. You know, session draws and liquidities are always good. Let me know what you're thinking though. We kind of have this imbalance here that I'm noticing that the market reacted off of. I marked it out as implied because obviously you can mark it out in a whole bunch of different ways. You can mark it out like this. This is the regular fair value gap, right? So is this. The way I do it is I just merge everything together and understand conceptually if that was squished, that would be a fair value gap. So, okay. So now I'm really expecting us to drop to London high. That's probably my thoughts. Yeah, midnight got manipulated right over here. So we had midnight. So low of the day formed below midnight. And then 1:30 and what's it called? 1:30. Yeah, I'm probably leaning bullish right now. Just because we obviously swept out all these lows during London and it was below all the true opens, right? We had midnight. We had 1:30. I think it's important to mark all this out. Now, I'm aware that I'm kind of like, there's a lot on my chart right now, but I do need to have everything on my chart to kind of piece the puzzle together, in my book at least. And then we had, obviously there's, you know, there's this true open up here. Yeah, we were below all the true opens when we got this. And then we got, oh wow, it was a 5-minute inversion at the bottom. Yeah, that's really cool. So higher time frame, I'm thinking this is a market maker buy model off the new day opening gap. It might even also be a, yeah, I'm gonna mark this out as a gap as well. Once again, it's kind of chaos on my chart. I'm still piecing everything together. That's why. But yeah, all the true opens get manipulated, creating low of the day. Then we start expanding higher. Then we have 7:30 true open here. And then 7:52. Yeah, all these true opens get taken here. I think we're drawing to London right now. That's my thoughts. I think we're drawing to London. It's like seeming like a buy model within a buy model, right? Where you have a you have all of these lows get swept here, manipulating all the true opens. We also sweep out equal lows, strong sign of a buy model, and then same thing over here, right? We have We have 7:30 true open, 7:52 true open. All the true opens get manipulated on the low time frame into this 15-minute gap, and then now we're expanding, in my opinion, probably up to London high here. And now I did, right as I got on the chart today, I saw the inversion, and I did notice that, like, yo, there'd probably be a move higher here. I think the move was likely, if you were on the charts at 8:44, to take this 1 minute change in state with SMT to target London high. If I had been on the chart, obviously. Nah, I wasn't, but I think if I was on the chart, that'd be the move. So that's probably what will end up happening. Now we're just going to need to be patient and wait for whatever opportunity comes next, because that's kind of in the past, right? We got to focus on the future. So, but yeah, you can see there's just an SMT into this 15-minute gap, and then all the true opens get manipulated. So yeah, we're just kind of, outlining everything still. London high seeming like a pretty clear target, guys. We are probably approaching 4 projections. Yeah. So we are approaching 4 projections of this. We just hit it. So there's a chance we don't go all the way to London high. Maybe we sweep these highs. But yeah, you can see this already played out. Actually, I would probably just take profit at 4 projections of the change in state of delivery, guys, if I'm being completely honest. This is one where you don't need to actually target London high. You can just target 4 projections. And you can clearly see accumulation. You can clearly see accumulation, manipulation of this low here with SMT, and then we get our entry, and then we go at 4 projections, right? You guys see that? So yeah, anyway, yeah, seeming like London formed low of the day. Yeah, I mean, not bad at all. And the nice thing is, once that inversion for value gap forms, because you're kind of, obviously there's this external gap here. We're not dumb. We see this external gap, but we're anticipating it to break because of liquidity. And once this inversion for value gap forms on the 3-minute or the 2-minute or whatever, you're obviously good to go break even, because the stop loss for the inversion for value gap would be around here anyway. And then bang, it's just from there, you don't even come back to your entry at all. So yeah, that'd be 4R right there. That'd be nice. You also have no drawdown on it, which is pretty cool. And notice the final true open right here. We have the lowest down close candle, which is an order block, right? We push into that order block right here right after the true open forms. So that's something most people will never notice, stuff like that. But you can see there's an order block here. We push into the order block right after the true open forms when we expand. And this is actually change in state as well. So you can see, there you go. And then this is up probably, yeah, we're almost at 7 projections of that. I don't do those ones though usually, unless it's obvious. But anyway, kind of just being patient, just watching. There's nothing to do. For me, there's nothing to do. If there's nothing to do, then no stress, nothing to force. You just kind of just sit here and wait. I do got my accounts pulled up here, or my account. I'm used to saying accounts, but I'm just trading this one account. Guys, I'm up 12R on this. This is crazy, and it's only been like 1 week, so. Wait, no, I'm up way more than that. 40. No, it's just 12R. But yeah, like I was saying, we're just kind of watching and waiting for something obvious. Seems like we got the bias figured out pretty clearly. You could also, another way you could have taken this is you could have taken the 2-minute inversion here. This was not bad at all. You can use 2 candles as one here, and then you can see we inverse both of those. So there you go, another clean entry off of that 2-minute IPG. So let's say you missed the change in state, you still have the IPG, and now we continue expanding here. Now we do have a bearish SMT, so guys, this is why I was recommending taking profit at 4 projections and not London high, is because sometimes what will happen is we'll go 4 projections and we don't actually go to London high yet. That's not to say we won't, but we'll just go 4 projections, then we'll stall. And now we are forming bearish SMT, which is increasing that possibility of us going up 4 projections and then stalling. But you can see us going up 4 projections of this 1-minute change in state, and now we are stalling a little bit. We might not stall that much. It's possible we just go straight up, but we'll see. I keep changing my mind. It's like, I wish there was a setting in between this and then this, because this is too bright, this is too dark, in my opinion. But it's all good, it's whatever. I might just have it be a little darker then, I guess, because, I don't know, it's kind of is a little annoying. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to do other than just sit here and chill. We don't even have the first presented for value gap yet. But yeah, there's a 2-minute inversion for value gap, 1-minute change state delivery at the low. I think those were the 2 main possible entries so far. Actually, there's probably I mean, there's obviously more things you could have done. Maybe, yeah, I don't know, but definitely there was a change in state of delivery right here, and then an inversion for value gap right here. Either one of those were really nice in my book, right? So yeah, there you go. We're about ready to expand to London here. So now if we do get to London, where's next? Well, if we do get to London, you can see actually we have a 1-hour inversion for value gap here. Wait, let's get rid of everything for a second. You can see that we do have a 1-hour that got inversed here. So if you think about it, London high, or whatever this high is literally just the break-even spot for a regular 1-hour inversion, right? We're also delivering from this thing. So, yeah, I mean, I could see us continuing to expand a little higher here. But we'll see. It could easily change. Now we are forming a bearish SMT, so you know, if it wanted to go lower here, it could, because at this point, even though we made low of the day, if we take London, I mean, I would just say just sit and watch the charts. Like, I have an allotted time I sit and watch the charts for. If there's ends up coming a trade, then cool. If there's not, then cool. You'll be surprised how often just sitting and watching the charts leads to a trade showing up. So I wouldn't overcomplicate it. Just show up and watch. But now it is interesting to note that, guys, we are above all the true opens, right? We're above midnight. We're above 7:30. We're above the 90-minute true open. So technically, we could hold this bearish S&T here, and even though it kind of feels like we're bullish because we held the new day opening gap, we swept out equal lows, creating London low of the day. Even though all those things are true, whoops, I accidentally got rid of the S&T indicator. We might temporarily get a retracement. Now, I don't know if you want to play that. Probably not, because I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We're just gonna get more ideas here. If we were rejecting this new day opening gap, that'd be interesting. We're probably not gonna go much lower though, in all honesty. Well, actually, I don't know. I shouldn't say anything. I don't know yet. So yeah, we should still go to London high here. But now we might need to purge this, maybe purge back into this. Who knows? Just kind of watching and waiting. Now we know that there's London and Asia down there. I'm not going to keep those up because it's not really necessary. We do have a 5-minute for buy gap here. Remember what I say when we're aggressively expanding, low time frame gaps often tend to hold really nicely. And yeah, we'll see. It could end up being low time frame AMD to London high. Yeah, like right here. Like this could deliver us up. I don't think this is worth taking at all. Maybe it is, but I don't know. Price action's kind of a little freaky right now. But what I'm saying is I wouldn't be surprised if something like that did occur. But is that true manipulation? Honestly, I don't know. What props do you recommend? Well, it's a good question because I've been really hating props recently. But if I had to say a prop, like at least like just picking one, dude, it's so confusing because I used to really like Top Step, and then ever since they've had those issues with their servers going down, I don't even know anymore. I don't know. I'm just having a bad relationship with props right now. I'm like, I used to really like Apex, but then like, the whole situation with them banning me for so long, it kind of left a bad stain. And then, I don't know. Maybe Tradeify. maybe Tradeify. Tradeify seems like a pretty, you know, they seem like they seem like the newer Top Step, like Top Step, what Top Step was before. But I don't know. You'd have to think about it. Like, there's also a Take Profit Trader. I've never used them, but they're pretty good according to a lot of people. Once again, I'm in a weird phase where I'm sick of props right now. But yeah, maybe Tradeify. Tradeify, maybe just get one account. I just go one account with Tradeify and just work on that one account. That might be the move, honestly. You don't need to get 20 accounts with Apex. Just get one account with Tradeify and then slowly work on it. Maybe. But then again, I don't know. Yeah, this is very undecisive here. No reason for me to be interested in doing anything. If anything, it's very possible that this actually could very well be a liquidity sweep, break a structure, for value gap type situation here. You can see that there's a liquidity sweep where we have bearish SMTs, and now we have a displacement below an old low forming a fair value gap. Very possibly this could be 2022 model, not to mention the soup of that true open there. Y'all see what I'm seeing, right? Y'all see what I'm seeing. I hope you see what I'm seeing. That, you know, we are above every single true open. We are above midnight. We are above 7:30. We are above 90-minute true open, and we just souped the 22-minute true open. Now we swept out equal highs over here, got bearish SMT with London high, so session SMT, and then we got displacement below an old low, so 1 minute break of structure, and then a fair value gap forming. I mean, this could actually just deliver lower, even though I am bullish on the higher time frame. And the cherry on the cake is the way we just souped this 22-minute true open, I would say. So we'll see. This could definitely reject price. If it does, I would say we're going to end up using this order block, and then we'll probably go 4 projections down. Which makes sense, because then we would revert back to our 7:30 true open here. So you could go for if you really wanted to, if you want to be a little degen here, you could go for 2022 plus, looking for basically entry delivering off of the gap here, and then target maybe 7:30. So 2022 plus. It's something I discovered from my back testing. It's basically you take the 2022 model and then you look for a line time frame change in state of delivery off of that 2022 gap. So if it's a 1 minute 2022 gap, you look for a 15-second change in state of delivery off of that 1 minute 2022 gap. So that would look something like this. Maybe like, I don't know, it's kind of not exactly super clear, but you know, you got to use your best judgment. There's, you know, so the nice thing is use the higher time frame order block for projections for your lower time frame trade. Yeah, so it looks like we are respecting this 1 minute 2022 gap here. I mean, you guys see how this is 2022 model, right? We got sweep of equal highs, bearish SMT with London high. What does that mean, guys? What does that mean? That means a different asset took London high. So that means we swept session liquidity. We swept session liquidity. We also swept equal highs. Then bearish SMT, so we get SMT with a session high. Displacement below an old low, breaking structure. Retracement to a fair value gap. There you go. That's 2022 model. That's all you need. And then bang. Now we're delivering lower. Now we'll probably go. Would you say you're a chart nerd? Yeah, bro. I mean, I would, yeah. And then we soup the true open, right? Now, here's the thing, right? Higher time frame is still bullish. That's kind of why. That's the main reason why I would say I would lean towards the cautionary side with these shorts. You know, you never know, but yeah, equal highs got swept. So London bearish S&T here. So I'm gonna mark this out as a London. So this is a SSMT. What is an SSMT, guys? Do you guys remember? It's when you have a time-based SMT. So if there's an SMT with London high, that means that it's a higher probability SMT. So here, this is a London SMT. Where is it? Yeah, so this is a London SMT, so it's a higher probability SMT. And it was above all the true opens. I'm gonna lean towards a retracement going into market open. We got 7 minutes to market open. So I would lean towards this idea of pullback going into market open and then eventually continuing to London high. And once again, this is why I said we should probably take profit at 4 projections and not London high. This is exactly why, because we end up getting bearish S&T with London high. It makes a lot of sense when you think about it. There's 4 projections. So I would probably say we're probably going to go 4 projections. When we go down 4 projections, at that point, we'll have taken 730. And then at that point, I'll look for the 90-minute true open to get taken. We just formed the new 90-minute true open, which is right here. Why is it not showing up? Oh, because I removed it. Yeah, so we just formed the 90-minute true open. So what I'd probably look for is I would look for the low to form below 730, and then we'll maybe get a buy model back up to London high. Probably what I'd say. So the market open? No, we got 5 minutes. I mean, like I said, market is underlying bullish, so there's a reason why I'm not taking shorts. But once again, I could see market open creating a Judas swing, which is why I would consider why I see these shorts as a possibility. Because if market open has some manipulation leg, so now we are tapping OTE of the manipulation leg. So this could end up delivering price lower right here. I'm not. This is a big speculative bet, honestly. But back down to 730. If this is only if and only if there's a Judas swing. If there's no Judas swing and we just expand higher, then we just expand higher. Once again, why am I not taking these shorts for real? Because it's not, the market's underlying bullish, so I'm not taking shorts. But what I'm saying is I could see us get a Judas swing here. So yeah, we're just kind of watching. We're just watching. Once again, London high is just a super strong draw on liquidity. Yes, market open respects ICT concepts. Everything respects ICT concepts. News respects ICT concepts. It's all respecting ICT concepts. Even when you're wrong on any given trade, the reason you're wrong was because of liquidity. It was because you took a trade that was offside with the true drawn liquidity. There's no question about it. It's not a maybe. It's not, oh yeah, nah, the market just forgot. No, it's the physics of the market. You can't change it. The market moves to rebalance imbalances and then hunt highs and lows. And I mean, it's just it's very perfect. It is not chaotic. You'll watch market open, and if you really go into the charts and backtest market open over and over again, same with news, you'll discover that a lot of the time you'll get an entry right before market open where market open delivers price to the drawn liquidity. This is something that happened to me on Thursday or Friday. Market open delivered my inversion for value gap to my drawn liquidity. I mean, that's what I've seen from my backtesting. You have to backtest it, you know. Once again, what did I say? The market's underlying bullish. So we did not end up getting this Judas swing, and for a very good reason, right? This ain't the bias. This ain't the bias, right? So very good reason we went higher, because market is underlying bullish. Note why I did not take a trade, because market's underlying bullish. Only reason I said we could go lower is because we were above all the true opens with that bearish SMT with London. We could still go lower if this is market open, right? Yeah, so if this wants to create a Judas swing here, yeah, we just got a 30-second change in state here. That actually looks really nice. So this 30-second change in state would have been a good trade. Happened a little too fast for me though. Market's underlying bullish, so what does that mean? Next strong liquidity is PM high. So from here, I'm gonna look for, let's see, we got a 5-minute gap, looking like we're inversing a low time frame thing. Yeah, we just inverse this 5-second. I really don't mind that at all, actually. We got a bullish SMT. I actually was so close to taking that. Dang it. I was thinking about it. Okay, we just got this 15-second. I'm going to enter.
Order filled.
And let's just go for PM high here. So 774. I'm gonna put break even in. Yeah, I'm in break even.
Stop filled.
All right, I got break even on that one. That's a tricky situation. I don't necessarily think I did anything wrong. I could have, honestly, just targeted 1-to-1 here. And honestly, I was right to want to take the 5-second. I was right to want to take the 5-second. I was thinking about it, and I think the 5-second would have been better. So that was bad judgment on my part. Like, I knew the 5-second was looking good. I knew it. I was scared. I was a little scared. That's something I gotta keep getting better at with time. But yeah, the 5-second was nice. Um, 15-second, you know, same thing. I could have targeted 1-to-1 here. So there's definitely ways I could have taken this better, but it's all good. Yeah, I definitely could have taken that a little better. The main ways I would take, so we just hit PM high. The main ways I would take this better would be as follows. I would either say A, just take this 5-second IFG, right? And then stop loss right here, and then target PM high. And then that would be a 3-to-1, and that would be no break even. There'd be no, I mean, you wouldn't have hit break even at all, right? And you could even scale out right here. So you could do, actually, you would actually just do TP here, honestly. So I like the 5-second right here. And I really did like it, but I was scared, and I shouldn't have been, right? So there's a 5-second IFG. And then that was one way I could have taken it better. We ended up getting the 15-second inversion. And once again, this was nice, but I don't know. It just so happened that it did not play out for me. I don't really think I did anything wrong. I got break evens. Once again, I could have targeted just this high and gone for a 1-to-1. I think that would have been actually maybe the best bet and the safest bet. PM high was 1.6 to 1. I'd go break even here, like almost all the time personally. That's just me though. I don't think I did really anything wrong. Besides, I would have liked to got in on the 5-second, and then I would not have gotten break even at all, and then I would have hit 2.3R. So, yeah, nothing really bad on my part. But yeah, that was a break even trade for me. So. Yeah, 5-second inversion was better. Dang it. Yeah, that's why we show up and we keep getting better. We keep practicing. I think, I think that 5-second inversion was what I had to do. And then I would have targeted the. Essentially, this is actually. I was just talking about I have a video that's coming out on a Wednesday about this, but you can use market open highs and lows for one setup for life. So this, in my book, is a one setup for life, a dodgy one setup for life. So 5-second IPG with SMT, target market open high. That is a one setup for life in my book. So that would actually take us up to market open high. It's all good though. I might go on a little walk here so I don't do anything dumb. Yeah, I think I should have taken the 5-second. As far as going break even, I don't think that was a mistake. But I think the mistake was not mistake, but I should have taken the 5-second when I saw it and not hesitated. But as always, it's something I'm gonna review. It's all good. Oh, wow. So you all see this 5-second, right? So let me show you guys this 5-second in case y'all don't see it. We have accumulation. We have a sweep of the accumulation lows. So a sweep of this whole entire range. Right? You see that? A sweep of the true open, 922. So there's accumulation. We get bullish SMTs, and then this right here. Amazing signature. And ignore this external gap because this is going to act like void, right? As I always say, if the drawn liquidity is higher, the market's going to ignore these external gaps. So in situations like this. It's a very specific situation where this is going to occur. So in this case, you ignore this external gap, take this 5 second, and then you can see we go up to PMI. So there's the 5 second IPG. And it's accumulation, manipulation, 5 second inversion, and then we go up. And then with 1 micro, and then honestly, targeting market open high would have been pretty nice. That'd be a dodgy one setup for life there, in my opinion, because I treat market open as dodgy one setup for life. Oh, anyway. Yeah, that clearly, obviously, man, I should have taken that 5 second. Dang it. It's all good. Just to break even. Yeah, I got a sub. Let's go. Yeah, like I said, bias was bullish today. I mean, so far, at least. But it's really easy to get biased if you look at the high time frame chart, because you can see, oh wow, 1 hour inversion for value gap. That's pretty simple, right? Oh, we're getting a massive move down. Hold up. We do have a bearish S&T with this high. Low time from S&T. Now, here's the thing. I'm still not necessarily bearish. It's not easy. I hate longing up all the way into this premium area, right? So it's just so not clear to me. Obviously, I liked this long. You know, even I don't know, tough. Now we do have market open lows, guys. So I actually think that could end up being a drawn liquidity, immediate term at least. Now, we'll see. We might just continue higher, but we just took the draws and liquidity to the upside. I think those were the main ones. But is this previous day high or previous week's high or something? That actually might be the drawn liquidity, honestly. Hold up. Yeah, it's previous day's high and previous week's high, so very reasonably we could continue up to that. But we are forming SMT with it. There's all these different variables that are playing at all times, and swing trading is not easy. It's not. It is not easy. But it's kind of fun, don't you guys think? Isn't it just fun? A little bit. Previous week's high here. Previous week's high and previous day's high. So that will very possibly be a draw on liquidity here coming up soon. Let's get everything pulled back up a bit. Oh my gosh. Now that makes a lot of sense. You'll see what happened, right? You'll see what happened on market open. This made this such high conviction. Oh my gosh. Right on market open, we dump, And why do we dump? Because it's an overnight gap. It fills the overnight gap. Market open does 9:30. Instantaneous fill the overnight gap and then continuation to the draw on liquidity. Now we had the first center for value gap here. What happened? Wow, we had a low time frame change state delivery off of it. I missed that. Dang it. So y'all see this first present for value gap? I keep missing these. It's hard. Sometimes it's just it happens a little too fast. But this was nice, right? First present for value gap, and then 5-second change in state right here. Wow, look at these orders getting filled. Wow, that's crazy. There you go. There's 2 projections. We'll probably go up 3 and then 4. Kind of depends if this SMT wants to hold it or not. But this is what I mean when I say the market's honestly kind of perfect, because 9:30 opened up. What happened? If we fill the overnight gap, so you guys can't see it, but 704 was where the RTH gap was. Look, so you'll see. So you can see it pretty clearly here now, right? You can see it pretty clearly that we fill the overnight gap right upon market open, and then at that point longs are valid. You'll see this, right? Efficiently filling the overnight gap and then delivery higher, at which point we got that 5-second inversion, and that's where I would have liked to have gone long, honestly. So dang it, just get a little better every day. Y'all see this though, right? Instantaneous fill of that overnight gap. That's cool. Like, that's really cool. Ignore this because it's a little broken. But yeah. Oh, and we also back tested a new day opening gap. Dang, it's crazy. I wish I could just freeze time and really gather all the confluences together. Because it's hard. It's hard. I mean, clearly we had a new day opening gap and we filled the RTH gap. And it's like, now it's very hard to short, but it's also very hard to long because we're late to the longs, but we're obviously bullish still. So it's not easy, guys. This ain't easy. I'll bring that back up in a second. Because, like, we could run up to all these highs. This inversion might deliver us lower. Does not look bad, but I'm not taking shorts here. But I am observant of it. I'm not gonna ignore it. But I don't necessarily think it's the best either, because obviously the market's bullish. So I'm just observing it. I'm noting it. If it ends up taking us lower, cool. I'm not doing anything, but But the first center for value gap, obviously we had to change state off of that, and so that right now, that is case for higher prices in the short term at least. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We might end up using this 5-second change state again. It's very possible, actually. Once again, we still got we need to get everything pulled back up. We still got previous day high and previous week's high. Yeah, I mean, so this isn't bad. I mean, you could try this if you want. Off of a 5-second change state, retest up to previous day high, previous week's high. Not a big fan though, because it's too far in premium. It's not fun. I don't like longing up here. It's not good for me. I don't like it. But it might end up playing out. We'll see. Yeah, that 5-second I should have held for market open highs. That is, I think that's my biggest regret of today is I should have taken the 5-second and I should have held it for market open highs. I don't regret going break even on the 15-second, but I should have taken the 5-second and I should have targeted market open highs. It's hard though. How do you make a decision in 5 seconds? Oh, it's hard. It's hard. That's my main regret. I don't regret the 15-second. That one was good. That one could have played out. But I regret not taking the 5-second. Yeah, we're almost at previous day high. And previous week's high. There you go. We're almost there. Yeah, there could be some micro time frame short. I don't really care if there is, in all honesty. Yeah, this is hard, guys. These conditions are not my favorite for, just finding trades. This 15-second did inverse with SMT. But I don't, like I said, there's a previous day high, previous week's high. I don't trust that. I don't trust that at all. Previous day high, previous week's high is probably coming. Yeah, there you go. About to hit it. Or it would be so fascinating if this ends up delivering for some crazy RR. That would be very fascinating. I'm not saying it will, but it would be interesting because it's a inversion of the 369 time, but I don't think it will because previous day's high is just super obvious right now. I'm just a market observer. I like studying and watching, and then if a trade so calls my name, then there you go, and we take it. That 15-second was nice. Obviously, I could have, like I said, I have a video coming out tomorrow where I'm gonna talk about regrets, and you're always gonna have regrets in trading, and the 15-second, I actually pretty reasonably could have held it. Either I could have taken profit at the market open high, or I could have reasonably held it to London or PM high from yesterday, and not yesterday, from Friday, and these are all decisions I could have made differently, but I know for next time. Anyway, we just took that previous day high, and previous week's high. Man, I'm not liking anything. Not liking any trades. There was a 5-second change of state here, though. Remember this off the first center for value gap. It's kind of cool. That delivered us higher. Well, this is where it gets boring because I don't think I'm going to get anything, and not at this point. But, we just took out all the draws in liquidity. We took out London, PM. Now, this was our final target. Dang. I mean, there was a lot of opportunities. There really was. The 5-second inversion, the 15-second inversion. I would just have to not go break even on the 15-second. The 5-second, I'd have had to take in faster. And there was even a first strike here, using the first center for value gap with a 5-second change in state. Those are the three main opportunities that I saw, guys. I mean, you guys might have saw some more, but yeah, for me, main ones I saw were 5-second inversion, 15-second inversion, obviously with AMD filling the RTH gap, delivering from a new day opening gap, and then we also had the first strike here. Those, like I said, those are the main opportunities I saw that I would have considered taking. That one of them I did take, but I just went break even too soon. Yeah, like I said, this is hard. I don't like conditions like this. Let's see how that 4-hour candle closed. Closes a massive pump. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of seems like we might continue to go run more low resistance highs to the left on the high time frame. Like all this, it's possible. We'll see. And it's at this point that I'm getting kind of tired. Yeah, nothing's obvious. But I did get the bias right, don't you guys think? I did call bias. There were ways to execute a trade. I could have done it a little better. It's all good. Lessons for the future, you know? We also had a 5-minute breaker here. And then we had 30-second change of state here. This was the trade Hydra took. I was just looking at this. There was a 30-second change of state delivery here. The 30-second, or Hydra calls it 30-second breaker formed, and then we went up to that high. Yeah. It's very boring. Trading is very boring, especially when it looks like this. Okay, so we already know that that was kind of a thing, so I'm going to get rid of all that. I'm just going to slowly get rid of stuff. I think maybe most likely scenario from here is if we continue to stall like this, what could end up happening is it just becomes a slow stall, and then we get a little retracement, like market maker sell model, into this new week opening gap. That might not happen though for, who knows how long. I mean, the market is still bullish. That's the other issue. Is like it's not bearish. Oh, dude, I might just take a little break and lay down and watch on my phone because this is so boring. Yeah, I'm gonna just watch on my phone for a bit. This is so boring. Nothing's obvious, guys. Nothing is obvious. This is just consolidation because why? Because we hit our draw on the quitty. Like, I am tempted to just to go off the charts here, but I don't think. I'm trying not to just ever. I'm trying to always stick on the charts for my full live trading window. It's just hard, especially in conditions like this, because this is just not. Like, it's clear we're not gonna get anything right now, so. So there you go. Previous day's high, previous week's high, were both hit, and now you can see we're getting a reaction off of those. I'm gonna clear out the charts a little bit. Obviously, we had a really nice high time frame market maker buy model, low time frame market maker buy model, and then baby time frame market maker buy model. But at this point, it's time to remove everything, kind of reevaluate where we're at right now. Just looking at the basics once again. So, as far as I'm concerned, right, whether it can be just off or on, I'm pretty sure either way, we still got this chunk of consolidation here that market's probably going to want to draw up to. And as far as draws and liquidity go to the upside, we have this old previous day high, so that could be coming soon. But just, it's about understanding the higher time frame. Even though this draw and liquidity was taken, we still have more low resistance highs up here. So I guess maybe at this point I could anticipate a continuation up to those. But yeah, we did just take this really clear draw on liquidity. me, starting to pull back here. So now we're forming new bullish SMTs. I don't know, I don't feel like taking a trade, but you could maybe try this inversion. But it's not really good enough for me. Another reason why is 2 green contracts on Apple. Jakey, how about you? Dude, good. Since I saw you last week, I had my best week ever. I took let me think. I was up 1R on Monday, 4R on Tuesday, 6R on Wednesday, 4.7R on Thursday, and 2R on Friday. Since I last saw you, bro. So, yeah, and then today, so far, I'm break even. So, yeah, bro, I don't know. I'm not doing bad. That's for sure. But that's good, man. I'm happy for you. Right now, it's just, we're not in the middle. We're in the middle of just a little bit of chop, so I'm chilling out right now. Yep, haven't done anything wrong today, I would say. Only thing I could have done a little better is I could have reacted to that 5-second inversion a little faster and taken that, but it's all good. There's nothing here. not sure what to do about this. There's really nothing, but it makes a lot of sense why we're continuing to draw higher. You know, you got this LRLR above. But yeah, in general, there's not really much here. I think, like I said, I think the ideal trade was this 5-second IFG, and yeah, even created a dodgy OB, which I'll have a video out maybe on Friday where to talk about dodgy OBs. This is a good example for dodgy OBs, actually. I'll probably use this one for the video. Oh, we did. Did we end up using the? Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, did we end up using first strike again? But we didn't. This is boring. Yeah, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Yep, it kind of exactly as we were thinking, right? Continuation to this old previous day high. Might just listen to music, guys. My live trading window, we got about 50 minutes left. I'm just kind of watching and waiting. Like I said, I don't think at this point, I don't know if I'm gonna get anything, but I don't know. I think it's important just to show up and stay on the charts. It's just boring. Like I said, I think I could outline this 5-second inversion for you guys. I think this was the, like I said, this was the trade of the day. Reason being is, here's accumulation, right? You guys see how this is obviously accumulation, right? Then what happens? Then we perfectly fill this overnight gap that was needing to get filled, right? So I talked about this. RTH gap formed right when 9:30 opened. RTH gap formed to the downside, right? So right when market opened, this happened, right? Then we end up filling this gap with S&T, sweeping out the lows of this accumulation range. And then we have probably like a 5-minute fair value gap here. Yeah, we have a 5-minute fair value gap here. And I'm looking at the chart. There's nothing going on right now. Yeah, and we had a 5-minute fair value gap here. And then we had bullish S&Ts. And then this, I would just say probably just take this up for projections, honestly. So, like this. Oh, no. I would just, actually, I take that back. I would say target the market open high. So this is how I would take this. I wish I could have executed this faster, but it's all good. And then also 922 gets manipulated here, and then the 928 gets manipulated as well. So here's the 22-minute true open. And then here's the 22-minute true open. I mean, here's the 90-minute true open. So, boom, accumulation, there's manipulation. I'm looking at the chart, there's nothing going on. And it's a 22-minute SMT as well. And then yeah, I would take this 5-second like this. It's actually, oh wow, it's a suspension block that gets inversed. So yeah. So I would take this. And then also the dodgy OB that forms right here. But just beautiful how we form the RTH gap, we fill the RTH gap, and then bang. And then it's just instant move up. There you go. 1.5R. I mean, if I could just freeze time like in this moment, I wish I could have taken it. We're getting a slight move to the downside. Yeah, that would have been really, really nice. Because once again, we knew the higher time frame was bullish. Okay, let's make a new folder for today. 1-26-26 Monday. $9.31. One setup for life IPG on the 5-second. I think that was beautiful. And then yeah, also I could have taken the 15-second and then held it. I think that would have been valid as well. Could have also projected this out. Anyway. Could have also taken this 5-second all the way up to this draw liquidity. I wouldn't have done that, but you could have. Max I probably would have gone for was previous London or PM high. Okay, we're maybe getting a move at this point, right? We finally, after waiting and waiting and waiting, we finally, something's happening. So let's just go take a look and see. Are you the hidden fib guy? What? What's hidden fib guy? I don't know what you're even saying, bro. I don't think that's me. I doubt this is bearish. I think that it's like gonna continue higher. Then again, if this does inverse, you never know actually. We do have market open low there. And we are above every true open. Let's turn on those. Did that inverse? I don't think that did. No, that 5-minute did not inverse, but you never know, it might end up inversing here soon. Actually, we have equal lows here. Yeah, you know what? We could draw to those equal lows. Once again, though, it's bullish. It's not super clear. Okay, I want the true opens back. Where are my true opens at? Why are they not popping up? Oh, they are popping up. There's true session open. You can see every true open gets manipulated to the downside, right? 730 manipulated to the downside. 922 manipulated to the downside. I think we probably need to manipulate this thing, and then we'll go up. So possibly we might end up with a Phoenix with this rejection block, even though there's equal lows there. It's possible. Are you profitable yet? I just had a 12-hour week last week, so I don't know. That's up to you. You decide. I'm not going to say I am or not. I would say this. I am inconsistent, but I do think I'm profitable. But the reason I can't say that with a surety because I'm not at the point where I'm making millions of dollars. But I do think I'm profitable. If that makes sense. I just think it's just going to take some time. I think it takes time, but I do think I'm on my way. Always see you streaming. Thanks, bro. Yeah. I mean, I had a really good week last week. That doesn't mean that, you know, that doesn't mean that I'm consistent. Last week was my best week ever. Last week was my best week ever. So, yeah, I just keep going. I keep showing up. That's really what it's all about. Bro, don't lie to him. You weren't even here last week. Did you even see any of my trades that I took last week, dude? Look at my last 6 trades besides the trade I took today. Look at my last 6 trades. $300% gain, 400% gain, 600% gain, 470% gain, 210% gain. This is every trade I took last week. Besides, actually no, I took two losses on Monday before this. So this is the last 6. So my week last week was up 1R on Monday, 4R on Tuesday, 6R on Wednesday, 3.7R on Thursday, and 2.1R on Friday. You cannot argue with that. This was the trade I took on what's it called? Friday. This was the 2R. Now I did hold it for too long. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. You can't really argue with last week, dude. You can't really argue with this, bro. Anyway, hey man, why are you here? Hey man, genuinely, I don't get it. Anyway. He's just my hater. He's my hater. But I can show you the screenshots of all the executions and everything. Like it's all, bro. I'll show you the screenshots. I mean, so here's my spreadsheet. I record everything. Okay. And then right here's so we got this execution here. This was amazing. Hey, thanks bro, appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, like, guys, that's the thing with trading. There's ups and there's downs. There's really, really good weeks, and then there's not so good weeks. But on the average, you're gonna hopefully ideally trend up over time. So yeah, I had, a really great week last week. Does that mean I'm gonna keep that rate up? Probably not. But dude, this was awesome. This was like instantaneous move up after I entered. That was so sick. So yeah, this is one of my executions from last week. It's an outside bar on the 32nd. Yeah, thanks Josh, I appreciate it. I just take a lot of questionable trades. Okay. Well, my back testing is not going to lead to the same exact trades that you might take. I'm going to take different trades based off of my own back testing. So I don't know. It's like, obviously, they're questionable to you, but they make a lot of sense to me. That's kind of the art of trading in a sense is, you got to do what makes sense to you. And that's going to be a little different for everyone else. So yeah, like I said, people trying to short this, it's kind of a weird situation because shorts probably aren't going to work right now. Let's be so for real. Look at all these highs. Markets. Obviously, it's expanding up for a reason. At this point, it's probably going to go run those highs. So we do have this 5-minute gap, and now you can see the market. It respected a 30-second change and stayed off of it. Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. You're great. You're great, bro. Thank you. So yeah, we do have this 5-minute gap, 30-second change of state. I could have taken that. Honestly, I wasn't paying attention. I probably should have been. But yeah, I could have taken that. It's a little scary though, because once again, I'm hating longing all the way up here. Because look at how far up we've gone, right? So it's just, I hate, but then again, that doesn't invalidate this. It just makes it scarier for me, because I know we're obviously in premium relative to this whole leg, but yeah, like I said, it's kind of tricky where we're at right now. So I'm super sidelined right now because nothing's super obvious. I have not bought any subs. I've never bought a sub once. So, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know why you feel the need to say those things, bro. Once again, there's nothing obvious enough for me to take right now. So, I'm just watching. We do have equal lows here. Something to consider. But once again, I don't think there's anything obvious enough yet. We're trapped. We're kind of in between two draws and liquidities. We have old previous day high here. We also obviously have these equal lows here. So maybe if we take these equal lows, you could long with pretty decent conviction to this old previous day high. And this will also be a 5-minute gap. Let me run over here real quick. You know, there is this volume balance here. Pay attention to this because the market might use this. Either this one or this one. It's something to consider. I'm not saying for sure, right? Because I don't know. But pay attention to this. Very subtle. but the market could react off of this. I will say this: if we get a really nice 5-second change in state off of this, which I would consider to be a Reaper imbalance, then I would consider longing to this old previous day high. So what's the Reaper? Actually, you know what? Nah. If you want to know what the Reaper is, go watch my video on it. I'm not gonna explain it right now. Then again, we might use this one, right? This is also a possibility. We might use this one instead. New day opening gap here. Hey Javier, what up, bro? Good to see you. Oh, what did I miss? Okay, I'll show you real quick. So basically, the only trade I took today was a break even, and it was a really good trade, but it ended up being break even. No regrets about it. It was this 15-second inversion. We took all the true opens, so we had accumulation here. We knew the bias was bullish because London manipulated midnight and 1:30, and then here we had a bullish SMT manipulating 7:30 and the 90-minute true open. So I knew the market was still expanding up. We had draws and liquidity to the upside. We had London high and PM high, and so accumulation, bullish SMT, liquidity sweep, boom. Okay, right there, we got that 15-second inversion. I took this, went break even, and got break evened out. No regrets. I could have taken this up to New York PM high or London high, but I didn't, and that's all good. And then the only regret I have is I kind of wish I took the 5-second one, but I was too hesitant. But this is, if I was to take the 5-second one, this is what it would look like. And it's basically the same thing, where we take the 90-minute true open, we take the 22-minute true open, sweep, bullish SMT. Also check this out, we perfectly fill the overnight gap, which is super cool, which gives super high conviction for longs. Then we pop back up, close above this old 5-second imbalance, boom, enter on there, target market open high, and then at that point you could have held it. You could have literally held it, right? So we swept it, closed higher. You could have held this the whole time, but I would have just targeted market open high. So yeah, that's what happened so far today. And now it's just kind of just like really boring. I would just say that's the main thing that's going on now, is it's just boring. And we haven't really been getting anything, at least not anything obvious to me. But I love that market open long. And there's also a 1-minute change in state of delivery. So this is a 1 minute change of state and a 30-second change of state. All of the above you could have taken, but the one I saw was the 5-second. And then down here there was also a 1-minute change in state down there. There's a whole bunch of things. I'm gonna have to go over it later, but you're saying we need to retrace down to 25,738. You're gonna try shorts? Yeah, I'm just feeling like right now what I'm thinking is right now we have this chunk of price action that the market's still looking to seek to. You can see it's like pretty clear this is just a giant chunk of price action. It's going to be a lot of, the market might seek to take this out, is what I'm saying. And then you can see here, we're just continuing to hold bullish gaps. We're holding 5-minute gap here. And then we have this drawn liquidity to the upside. So I'm a little hesitant to short, but maybe, we might go lower. One thing I would consider looking at is volume profile of this whole entire range. It'd be kind of interesting to see. Yeah, look at that. We're right at the POC there. Anyway, I'm gonna move this back because obviously we're not using this right now and it's kind of in the way. But that's something to consider for later, that we could use that. So once again, we have equal lows, and we have this drawn liquidity to the upside, this old previous day high. So we have a 5-minute gap here. Guys, I've only taken one trade. It's been that break even, and that if I had executed it differently, or if I had taken the 5-second, it could have been a huge win, but it's all good. The 20 o'clock candle. On what time frame? Yeah, we bounced back into that. I see what you're saying. I'm hoping we go one final move lower here, but I honestly don't know if we will. It's kind of feeling a little bullish. Like, we might just draw up to this consolidation. Turn on 0.25. I have that in a setting. What do you want me to do with this? That 1 hour candle. Yeah, but how do you know to use that candle? Oh, because it's an inside bar. That's kind of sick. Thanks for showing me that. So basically, if you have an inside bar on like the hourly chart, mark out the quadrants. Oh, well, cool. Thanks, bro. Hey, there we go. That new drawn liquidity was just taken. I mean, obviously you could have taken some kind of long within here. I was looking for something a little bit deeper. We never ended up getting, right? I was expecting maybe we'd go and use this, but we didn't. Man, now I just want to get off the charts because at this point, I mean, this ain't. I just want to reset for tomorrow. I would not want to take anything at this point. like longs look even worse and shorts look even worse. They both sides of the market look even harder because shorts. Why would I short? I don't know. Obviously, it's going up really really aggressively, but longs obviously we're way in premium now. So it's like I hate conditions like this. So yeah, I'm just waiting to the end of my live trading window, and then I'll be done. So basically, break even day for me, or not even, basically just chill day. I didn't do anything essentially, besides the whatever. Besides that break even trade. Yeah. We're just going higher. Hey, I'm just sitting here like it's a job, dude. I'm just sitting here just essentially just doing nothing until I see something, you know. Well, let's see. What other opportunities were there? Because, like, obviously, we knew that this was still a decent draw on liquidity. You could have gone for something off of this 5 minute gap. As I said, I think we had a 30-second change in state. Yeah. Yeah, we did have a 30-second change in state right here. Yeah, looking back, that is actually not terrible. Now, once again, I just don't like taking longs or shorts, but maybe this would be something that would you could have taken on a practice account or something. I don't know. Yeah, we have a sweep here. There's change in state, and then we go up to that high, delivering from this 5 minute gap. Textbook flow state. Yeah, if I could have freeze time and just looked at this trade and then taken it in the moment, this would have been great. But you can't do that. Whoops. Now, we could get shorts here. I don't want to take shorts, guys. So, but yeah, that's 2.8 R. That's not bad at all. And we are getting a 3-minute inversion here. That doesn't look bad, actually. I know I don't want to short, but this actually doesn't look bad. And it's with SMT as well. And we have equal lows. I just don't want to short. You know? It's just not a great idea. And it's also just not like time and price aligned, you know? Like I can just tell. Well, it could happen. It could work. We're above. We did not inverse that at all. I think we're gonna run through this. Like that. Like I know that that's like there's not really an aligned time from key level, but I can just tell when we get SMT and change in state like that, we're likely gonna expand. We still probably will. Anyway. You're in? Oh, you're in short? Yeah, there's a reason why I'm not shorting. I can just tell. It's just higher time frames bullish. Nothing's obvious. It's all forced. It's all forced trades. Nothing's obvious. So I'm not doing anything. Is that Trump? Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, I think personally that this chunk of price action is going to want to get taken. And I don't know why we haven't taken it yet, but I don't know. I don't want to short until we take it. And plus, it's only like a double purge. I think we will get a dump. We have equal lows, but just not yet. Maybe around lunchtime for New York session, we'll get a dump. But right now, we've only had one purge, two purge. I kind of want to see a third purge into this consolidation and then like a failure swing, maybe forming like some kind of Wyckoff thing, and then we go lower. That's kind of what I would think. Like, go lower, purge, final one up, and then we get one final failure swing and then dump. That's what I would expect. Anyway, 7 minutes left on my live trading window, and then I'm going to be done. like, guys, you might be wondering, why haven't you traded at all today? Like, genuinely, what, like, there's not anything I liked besides, I liked this long before I got on the charts on the 1 minute. The 1 minute change in state. I liked the 5 second the 5 second inversion here. I liked the 2 minute inversion here. I liked the 15 second inversion here. I kind of liked the first strike, but I didn't love it. And this change in state was okay, but once again, now we're so far in premium that I don't really like it. So you just have to understand, I haven't liked a ton of opportunities today besides stuff that was before I got on the charts, and then this, which I took, but I got break evened out on, and I'm going to take notes on it, and it's probably just going to be a lesson for the future that I might have been able to hold it, or that I should have taken the 5 second instead. But, you know, you got to preserve, you know, if you don't know if you like something, just preserve. Don't take a trade. Just sit and watch and be patient and do nothing. Six minutes left. Yeah, guys, I really don't see anything here. Well, 5 minutes left. I think most likely what's gonna happen, guys, is there will be a move at lunchtime, and that move at lunchtime might take these equal lows. I think that's probably the most likely scenario, but that's not gonna happen probably until lunchtime or PM session. So. Four minutes left. This 15-second change in state was nice as well. I don't know if that was delivering from anything or not, but that was nice. I guess that was yeah. That was just nice as just a change in state of delivery, right? Just taking this as a 15-second change in state with no other. I wouldn't even take this with a higher time from key level, because that's a really nice close. And then you just have obvious low resistance highs, and then a final draw on liquidity. Once again, it's all just, you have to be there for it when it happens, and that's not easy. And then, yeah, all this low resistance. Yeah, good luck, bro. You never know. You never know. I mean, there is equal lows below, so I think we'll go lower eventually, but I just don't know when. But good luck, bro. I think this was nice, though, guys. I think this was really nice. Just taking this as a 15-second change in state. Nice. And then with all this being low resistance, two minutes left. I'm just gonna take a bathroom break and then I'll be done. I'm actually just gonna wait for this last minute to be done. I'm gonna end the stream. But yeah, only one trade today. I was bullish bias, so summary from today. Only one trade today. I was bullish bias, took this inversion, got break evened out. I should have taken the 5-second one down here. Then I would not have gotten break evened. It could have targeted PM's high. That would have been 2R. So that's what I should have done, but it's all good. And now it's 11:10 Eastern. So with that, I'm going to end the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.